everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaylin and this is Full Purpose and Heart. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you a fun update to how our homeschool life is going. This is going to comprise of weeks 11 and 12. I'm pretty sure the last one was 9 and 10. If not, then it'll be 10 through 12, but you get the idea. We've just finished 12 weeks, so let me share with you some of the things that I've changed in our classroom. Okay, so I am excited for this update. I have changed several things in our classroom because I felt like our homeschool schedule was getting kind of stale, and when mom was not enthused or ready to get started at the beginning of the week, then it was not kind of flowing over into my kids. So I revamped a bunch of stuff and am ready to share with you some of the things that I've started anew in our classroom. So first and foremost, I'm going to be referring to my handy dandy checklist. I am still using this mostly for my own checking off so that at the end of the week, I can kind of get this visual affirmation that we finished everything I set out to do at the beginning of the week, and I'll know anything that I need to carry over into the next week. Now, I did make this resource available on my Teachers Pay Teachers shop. It is Full Purpose and Heart, so if you want this, you can run over there and grab it. I was referring people to the place where I had gotten the inspiration from, but hers was quite a bit different than it used to be. So I just went ahead and made that available over there if you'd like. So anyway, let's get going on this. First and foremost, so I've switched out almost completely how we run our homeschool day. I was feeling like the way that I was running it was really stale, and it just, I don't know, it just wasn't working for us. So we do group learning together, and then both of my students do their computer work at the same time, and then we come back together, then we have a break, and then after computer work, we do our binder work. So that seems to be kind of a nice flow. Oh, and then after binder work, we do our read aloud. So that seems to be a nice flow. I did change it, so at the very beginning of the day, I will give my kids morning work. This is a really huge public school thing. So some of you may or may not like it, but I actually got the idea from Full-Time Wife Life. Abby over at Full-Time Wife Life, she has kind of some morning work that she gives her kids on a clipboard, and I love the stuff that she has done, and so I kind of copied it, but not hardly at all. But anyway, I copied the idea, but I did it in a super fast, print and go way. So I went over to Teachers Pay Teachers. I found this shop. It's called Mr. and Mrs. And they had an October theme morning work for second grade. So I just purchased that, printed off 5 days, stuck it on the clipboard. And it was so awesome for me because when I was kind of glancing over it before I purchased it, the questions and the content aligned perfectly with what I was doing in our Horizons math units as well as in our BJU Press English units. So kudos to them and kudos to the publishers for kind of making that really easy this month for me. So anyway, that's what my students do at the very beginning of the day. And I'll just say in the morning, all right, start your morning work, and they know to come in here. And it's just a good brain warm up. The one that I purchased, I was really careful to make sure that I was getting one that was both math and language arts on one page. So that's what it is. I write on the bottom the day that I want my kid to do it so that we just make sure we get everything done during the week. So that's what we do at the beginning of our day. All right, number 2 is our handwriting. We are still using the Good and the Beautiful for my second grader, and I'm actually going to be getting the Good and the Beautiful kindergarten handwriting for my daughter because I love it so much, so much. So bravo to the Good and the Beautiful for putting out such awesome curriculum for us homeschoolers to be able to use. All right, number 3, I don't have a lot to say for English. We're wrapping up chapter 5, which is our verbs chapter. Can I give a little bravo shout out to BJU Press? I am loving this curriculum. I'm loving watching my student learn. I feel like so much is being accomplished and learned in their small, short units. Their videos are only 10 to 15 minutes long, and it's just working out great. So a big thumbs up. If you're looking for an English curriculum, I recommend BJU Press if you can afford it. If you can't afford the distance learning, then of course you can just get the books. You can get them from the publisher, you can get them used, and then just teach them on your own. I know that the Homeschooling Grammy is her website, her YouTube channel, and she is just teaching directly from the book. So run over and check her out, and you can ask her questions on how it's going, and she does video updates as well. So check that out if you're curious. All right, for scriptures, we're studying Philippians this week. I am using the Redheaded Hostess is her website, so redheadedhostess.com, and she has some really great children's, she calls them bedtime stories in her subscription thing that you can download. So I'm using those on a daily basis, as well as her youth printout. We go through that, and I didn't bring it up here to show you. I have it downstairs where we do our scripture time. But anyway, that's a great resource too. Check the description box below for all of these links and resources that I'm kind of giving out at so you can have them in one spot, okay? Spelling, I've never been in love with our spelling. We are using Evan Moore's spelling. It's called Building Spelling Skills, I believe. I did a review on it not too long ago. I like it. I like it fine. What I ended up doing, which kind of I see has helped quite a bit, is that the pages are copied back to back in that book, and I'm ripping out the week that we're using and then copying them so that I could put one page underneath each tab in our binder. I find that that is helping instead of just actually doing it directly from the book. So anyway, take that for as it is, but that's working for us now. I'm not sure if we will stick with it come January when we start our new semester, but that's what we're using right now. So we're doing math for Horizons. I still like math. I am noticing we just started multiplication. And when we were at our dance class, my son was doing his work, and a lot of the moms were like, wow, like my daughter's in 3rd grade and they're just now starting multiplication. Like, don't you think you're a little accelerated? I have heard that Horizons is an accelerated program. They do move through the units a lot faster, and so your student is typically ahead one game. This is all I have to say about that. All we have ever used is Horizons. I have always enjoyed it. I've never had anything negative to feel about it. And so the fact that we're learning multiplication now doesn't feel unnatural because we've been with Horizons the whole time. So make sure that you take placement tests in whatever curriculum you choose to put your kiddo in, because that way you're going to make sure that they are at level wherever they are on the grade scale. So that's my 2 cents about that. Okay, science. So the science curriculum that I purchased at the beginning of the school year was through Teachers Pay Teachers. I'm not going to remember who it was that I bought it from, so make sure you watch my curriculum video for that, because Tara West, it says. The author is Tara West. Anyway, so this week we're doing habitats. Discovering habitats. We just finished matter. I'm going to do a video to kind of review that unit someday in the future because I have some feelings about it. But we did just start habitats, and so far it's been really exciting because, I don't know, it's more fun to like see where plants and animals and biomes and ecosystems and how all of that kind of meshes together to create the world that we live in. So the first lesson we talked about ecosystems, and I took them to the aquarium. So that was a real huge homeschooling win. And then the second one is talking about all of the different levels of ecosystems. There's micro, macro, and biome. And so, it's micro, meso, and biome, excuse me for that. Anyway, so I've got it up here on my board. This part right here kind of defines what each of the levels are. And then this one right here talks about the 5 biomes that are going to be included in our unit. So the 5 major biomes. So that's been kind of fun to get started on that. I went ahead and I made a cover because the unit didn't come with a cover, and then we've started, these journal pages do come with the unit, so I did not make these, they come with the unit. I just collected them all together, and then I put this little whatever on the front. So Anyway, so that's been really fun. So the last thing that I want to share with you guys is our read aloud that we've just started. We have the book called The Lion in the Barn. This is a story that comes from The Good and the Beautiful Library, which if you have not checked out The Good and the Beautiful Library, do that stat, because their books are so well written or so amazing. They're reprints of books that are no longer in print. So I have 2 of them, and every time I go to the store or their little like online shop, I want to like fill it up. So anyway, The Lions in the Barn is a level 4 book, if you can see that. And the writing is kind of large print. There are only 8 chapters, and so it's a really great read, especially for a 2nd grader. And not too long ago, well, a year and a half ago, I guess, I made a lap book that went along with it, and so we have started incorporating this, and it's got 1 book for all of the chapters. That's what these 2 pages are. And then I have 1 book for vocabulary words, and then the 5 main-ish characters of the book. And then along with that, kind of on the back, we're going to be doing here in the future a book report that goes with it. There's a timeline that I've included, so we kind of can go through and write a timeline. I've included this like predictions page that you can fill out at the beginning, where you just kind of guess about what the book is about, and then we learn about story elements, which is characters, setting, problem, and solution. This goes really well along with this new writing book that I've just started using from Evan Moore, or that we're actually going to pick up. I just pulled it out, and so it's going to, let's see if I have that. It's all the way back there. Anyway, so we have started doing that as well. Okay? I think that kind of concludes everything for my 2nd grader. Timestamp. Okay, we are now going to start picking up my 4-year-old's work. A lot of her stuff has not really changed. I am deep looking at trying to find something for curriculum. I haven't decided yet for her English, but in the meantime, her life looks a little bit like this. So we start her school day, and she also has morning work that she does. These are pages that I've had for years and years and years. I've used them in my preschool with my preschoolers, and now I'm carrying them over and using them again for her morning work. I don't even know who prints these. I'm going to have to look it up. I'll put it in the description box below. But she does her morning work while her brother does his. And then she has computer work that she does. So her computer work includes readingeggs.com. I have a free 30-day thing for that, so I thought I would give it a try. So far, I think it's okay. I don't really have, I don't know. My first thought was that I felt like it was really accelerated. It was moving really fast. And I don't know if it really checks. It's not like a self-checking thing in that the computer doesn't check your students' progress and then goes back if they need to go back. I think it just kind of progresses through, like, regardless of how many questions you get correct or incorrect. But she is proficient in all of her letters and letter sounds and numbers. So anyway, that is what it is. Then she also has a folder. I keep looking down here because I think I have stuff that I want to show you, but I don't yet. She has a folder that she's working on as well, which holds, right now it only holds her math work. We're doing Horizons kindergarten math. She's just started adding, and she seems to be doing just fine with it, and she enjoys the challenge of math. So that's a lot different than my son, in that my son despises the challenge of math. So that's kind of been fun to see. So the last thing that we did with my daughter for her unit was 10 Timid Ghosts, which is a book that I got from Scholastic a long time ago. And this time we just made a little unit out of it in counting. So we did a lot of counting with the 10 Timid Ghosts, because in the story, the witch tries to scare them all away. And then at the end, the ghosts come back and scare the witch away from the haunted house. So we talked a lot about that. We did a lot of adding, and I had a lot of manipulatives where we were working with a haunted house and ghosts. So that was fun. We did a little art project where I did We had like a dark colored piece of paper, so I had blue and black, and then we had some purple paper to make the haunted house, because in the book the house looks purple. And then we had some other things to kind of decorate the house, and then we used white paint and we did like finger paint ghosts on our page. So that was a fun little arts and crafts type thing. I'll show you here what it looks like in just a second. Okay, sorry. So this is the book. Since I was up already, I decided to grab the book. And as you can see, the house looks purple, and then we have the moon and the witch and the tree and stuff. So here's our little like art project. I didn't have all the paper colors that I wanted. It was kind of a last minute thought, but here's her moon, here's her house. She has like a little door here. And then we tried to decorate it. Oh, I just ripped her door off. She'll be okay. Anyway, then we just have the ghosts, and we had 10 ghosts on there. And then the last thing that we did we actually did it over the weekend when my mother was here, but we made sugar cookies and we decorated them. And we didn't do just ghosts, although we did make some ghosts. We just had fun making some Halloween cookies. So if you follow me on Instagram, I wrote all of that stuff out on my Instagram account in one of my posts. So I will link that down below to my Instagram account, so you can run over, follow me there, and you can catch those ideas. That's it. So hopefully this video was helpful for you in some way or another, that you got a little tidbit here or there. Give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video or you found some value out of it. And make sure you subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more videos from me. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll catch you in another video.